how serious this problem is. If you don't fix chronic constipation, you will have many problems down the line. Next, we'll discuss internal parasites. Many people don't even know they may have internal parasites. I'm going to share some internal parasites with you. Then I'm going to teach you how to detox the internal parasites. And at the end of this presentation, I'll be talking about liver and kidney health, just very introductory levels. Now, taking a quick look at 2015, that was me. In the left-hand side, I had a lot of digestive issues, restless feet syndrome. I had workout plans. I was going to the gym all the time, but I wasn't losing weight. And many people, you're struggling with chronic constipation. That's why you're not losing weight. Okay, in 2024, just last year, I basically looked like this all year round. And I no longer had that weight loss rebound. What changed? Well, I first started to learn about my own digestive system. I wanted to learn just how do I fix this problem? Because when we are dealing with different problems with our health, we usually just look at symptoms. We focus on, okay, what is going on wrong here with my symptoms? And I'm going to go buy some medications or go see a doctor to alleviate some of these symptoms. Well, over here, you have to really learn human physiology. We're all categorically the same when it comes to human physiology. Food enters your mouth, down the esophagus, into your stomach. Digestive enzymes breaking down the food, and food is going to enter your small intestines next. Your small intestines is very long. It's 4.5 meters, roughly 15 feet, followed by your large intestines, another 1.5 meters in length, roughly 5 feet. This is a very long piece of pipework. So food, what you eat through your mouth, you must exit out the back as waste elimination. Many people cannot get this done. So this is a picture of somebody dealing with chronic constipation. This is a picture of the colon. This is the ascending, transverse, and descending portion of the colon. Over here, that's your appendix. Many people there are struggling with a compacted colon full of waste material, all the food they've eaten all over the years, but they cannot get it out. To fix chronic constipation, you need to go from the picture on the left to the picture on the right, first and foremost. And how do you define chronic constipation? Hey, if you're not going to the bathroom every single day, multiple times a day, you're chronically constipated. This is another way to understand how your digestive system works. It's just a very long piece of pipework. Food enters your mouth, down the esophagus, into your stomach. Digestive enzymes breaking down the food, and food will enter your small intestines next for nutrient absorption. Over here, eventually it's going to make its way into the large intestines for feces formation and out the back for elimination. That's how it works categorically. So small intestines 4.5 meters, large intestines 1.5 meters, a total combined length of 6 meters or 20 feet. Your digestive system is 20 feet long, roughly 6 meters. People all over the world are struggling with chronic constipation online. This was me just a couple years ago. I was sitting on the toilet, but nothing was coming out. As I was looking deeper into this keyword, constipation, I realized that people all over the world are typing this keyword in all sorts of different languages. People are typing it in Spanish, French, German, Chinese, Korean, Russian, Dutch, Arabic, Farsi, Finnish, Norwegian, Indonesian. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the stock market is doing. It doesn't matter what the real estate is doing. This is always a bullish market. It's always going up. The number of people searching for constipation relief is always going up. Now, when your elimination is incomplete, residues of old feces that have been built up in layers on the walls of the colon, as they putrefy, they can cause health problems, pain, and discomfort. Putrefy simply means decay and rot. And many people, you are dealing with a colon that is full of waste material and is decaying and rotting inside of you. What other health problems could you encounter if you have chronic constipation? You can be dealing with bloating, gas, abdominal pain, rectal bleeding, hemorrhoids, anal fissures, impaction, discomfort and general malaise, urinary problems, psychological impact, changes in bowel habits. In 2025, we also have whole body deodorants. We no longer just have underarm deodorants, we have whole body deodorants. My theory is that chronic constipation is a leading contributor to this plague that we're experiencing right now, because people are experiencing so much decaying feces oozing through the surface of their skin, so they have to use some type of a product. I don't care if that is cologne, I don't care if that's deodorants, whole body deodorants, to help mask that nasty smell. The struggle is very real. Can you relate to this photo? Was the picture on the left, that little character huffing and puffing on the toilet, but I was not getting anything done. I had veins popping out the side of my temples. After all that work, what did I get? Whole lot of nothing. And many of you, you're in the struggle right now. And today I'm going to share with you a simple protocol that I've used over 5 years, using all natural ingredients that could be helpful on your journey to relieving chronic constipation. Over here, working from my right to the left, first you want to get some apple cider vinegar, very simple, without any sugar or cream added. You want to purchase some citrus fruits, limes, lemons, or grapefruit. I highly recommend using grapefruit for the taste, but if you're on a whole bunch of different medications, you want to check that you're not going to be interacting with the grapefruits, because some medications out there, they could interact with grapefruits. Next, you have pink salt. You want to get the fine-grained pink salt. And you also want to prepare a little bit of black coffee separately. Now, this is everything that you need. You want to go to the grocery store and just get this set of tools and ingredients. You want to have a detox kit with you so you can use it time and time again. So over here on the right, you have the bottled water, about 2 liters in volume, a metal mesh strainer, single press squeezer for your limes, lemons, or grapefruit. Over here, you have your measuring cups. You want to make sure they say the amount of milliliters on them. You want to be accurate in measuring the proportions that I'll be outlining for you. This is the apple cider vinegar. Over here, that's the pink salt, fine-grained pink salt. If you do not want to use fine-grained pink salt, we're buying food-grade Epsom salt or magnesium sulfate. This is a stainless steel thermos. It's about 1 liter in volume. Over here, you have stainless steel straws. The taste of the sulfur solution is not going to be great, so I recommend y'all to get yourself some stainless steel straws to help put this thing down. And over here, this is another stainless steel cup for your black coffee, prepared separately. Now I'm going to give you guys some directions. Over here, you're going to start to prepare the sulfur solution. You're going to put everything inside the stainless steel thermos, all right? Now, there's going to be a little bit of prep time. Let's just say if you're going to do this protocol on a Saturday, the Friday night, you're finishing dinner around 7:30 p.m. You're not eating any late night snacks. Now, you can drink some water, that's perfectly fine, but you're not eating anything after 7:30. Next morning when you wake up, same thing, do not eat any breakfast. Liquid's okay. There's going to be about 15 hours of fasting time, okay? No food. So some of you, you may have a different working schedule. That's perfectly fine. You just want to measure the amount of time that you're fasted. So 15 hours fasted. You can have liquids, but no food. At 11 a.m. on an empty stomach, you want to make this in the stainless steel thermos. You're going to add 1 tablespoon and 2 teaspoons of pink salt or food-grade Epsom salt in the stainless steel thermos. Okay. You're going to cut and squeeze 3 lemons or limes or 1 grapefruit, cut it up, squeeze it through the single press squeezer. You're going to filter it through the metal mesh strainer into the stainless steel thermos. You're going to add a 1/4 cup apple cider vinegar in the stainless steel thermos. Then you're going to add 2.5 cups of hot water, and you want to stir this thing up very, very thoroughly. You can stir for 30 seconds, 35 seconds, 45 seconds. Make sure that salt dissolves evenly in the stainless steel thermos. It's very important. Next, you're going to add another cup of hot water. That next cup of hot water, so you want to stir it up, all right? So over here on your table, there should be only 3 things. Bottled water, you have the stainless steel thermos that you just prepare the sulfur solution, and you have the black coffee. Now, I'm going to teach you guys how to drink this down. When you first start putting this down, it's going to be too hot, so don't drink it right away. Just like when you start preparing hot coffee, you're not going to drink it right away. You're going to let it sit and cool just a little bit, but you're not going to let it cool down, right? Now, this is something that you drink down. So either you're going to drink it down like this, or you're going to use that stainless steel straw. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. I also want you to practice deep diaphragmatic breathing. When you're doing this, you want to be as relaxed as possible. This is not a race. You may find different protocols online. They tell you try to finish as fast as possible. I do not recommend that at all. You're going to practice deep diaphragmatic breathing. Listen to Rachmaninoff, Piano Concerto 2, Movement 2. That's what I listen to on repeat. Get into that deep diaphragmatic breathing. And this is how you're going to drink the soft flush solution. You're going to take a tiny sip of the bottled water, hold it in your mouth. Then you're going to take a bigger gulp of the soft flush solution, drink it down. Then you're going to reward yourself sipping on a black coffee. Reward yourself with a familiar taste. Okay. So number one, you're going to take a tiny sip of the bottled water, hold it in your mouth. Take a bigger gulp of the soft flush solution, drinking it down. Then you're going to sip on black coffee to reward yourself with a familiar taste. Do not rush. Take 45 minutes. Take an hour and a half. You're repeating the steps 1 through 3. You're not trying to drink the whole bunch of water. Don't do that. And you're not trying to drink a whole bunch of coffee. Tiny sips. Your goal is to finish the soft flush solution first. You want to put that solution inside your stomach, and you do not want to dilute it down by drinking a whole bunch of bottled water or the black coffee. There's a certain viscosity that I want the solution to be in. Listen, I've done this hundreds of times. I taught this protocol to my own family members. In addition, I taught hundreds of people all around the world how to get this done. And I want you guys just to follow through on my set of directions. So I mentioned a lot of different things. We had about the ingredients list, right? The tools that you'll be using. So you also want to mix it in a certain proportion. Many people that mess this up because they're just going about this haphazardly. They don't care. They just throw things in the stainless steel thermos. Of course, you're not going to be successful. Now, when you're using the toilet, I highly recommend using some type of a stool to give your feet a lift, so you're in a squatting position. You guys can also experiment by lifting the toilet seat up completely, because the toilet seat has a tendency to squeeze in on your butt cheeks. As it squeezes in on your butt cheeks, then it's going to constrict the anus. It's going to prevent waste material from exiting. This is a squatty potty. You don't have to buy this because any type of stool will work. Then over here, after you finish the soft flush solution, it could take 45 minutes, an hour and a half. And everyone's a little bit different. Some people, you may have to wait for another 30 minutes, but you're just getting back in that deep diaphragmatic breathing. And eventually you're going to have this unction to use the bathroom. Solids are first going to come out, followed by soft poop, and eventually it's going to become really, really soft. Okay? When it becomes really, really soft, I want you to take this opportunity and strike while the iron is hot. I want you to take that bottled water with you. You can take it to the bathroom with you and drink that bottled water. See, all this waste material is eliminated out of the colon, and over here, even waste material from the small intestine is getting flushed into the toilet. And over here, the soft flush solution that you just drank earlier is also in the toilet. Now we're just taking this opportunity. There's very little obstruction in the small and large intestines. We want to increase this water pressure to flush out even more debris. Because many people, they have encrusted fecal matter on the lining of their colon, or they may have a lot of debris trapped within their small intestine. The small intestine has a surface area of a football field. And many people don't realize they may have a lot of microplastics trapped within their small intestine. What you experience is torn brown water, lots of it coming out. And this is the slide where I tell people this is the release the kraken or diarrhea tsunami slide. Many people don't believe me when I share this with them, but I make it a believer out of them. for many people their first try, if they follow my directions to a T. So waste material is going to come out, and it's going to come out in such a nasty smell you never experienced before. It's that bad. Because all the McDonald's, all the Bojangles, okay, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Taco Bell, okay, all your Old Country Buffet, all your Costco food samples, frozen pizzas, Baskin Robbins ice cream, it's all in there. Okay, the remnants of all that nasty food is still somewhere trapped in your small and large intestines. Now it's all spewing out. That's why it smells so nasty. After you do this protocol, so over the time you drink this bottled water, the color of this material coming out should become lighter and lighter. As it becomes lighter and lighter, it's going to be light brown, then it's going to be like light yellow. You can stop drinking this bottled water and just relax. After you relax a little bit, 5-10 minutes, the first thing you want to put down is probiotics. I don't care what you put down, just find something that works for you. Probiotics, they provide this microbiome, this layer of protection over your stomach, small intestines, large intestines. We're in an era right now where people are just throwing down a whole bunch of antibiotics or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. As they throw that stuff down year over year, it's going to cause a lot of problems, disruptions in your microbiome. It's going to cause ulcerative surfaces, which we'll talk about in the next couple of minutes. Over here, we're going to also replenish our electrolytes. So you guys go get some watermelon juice, okay, or make your own watermelon juice, pomegranates, some type of fruits. You can use coconut water. You can mix all that up. Make your own Gatorade. And you can sprinkle in a little bit of pink salt to replenish up your sodium, chloride, magnesium, potassium, calcium. Now, you can also get yourself some electrolyte powders. It's very important to up your electrolytes. Many people, they're deficient in electrolytes. So get that thing back up. And if you're not hungry right away, you don't have to eat anything. Let your body relax. Now, if you do get hungry, which you will eventually, you want to be eating something very soft. This is a picture of congee, something very hot, something you should not be rushing through. Some people, they do my self-flush protocol and they go out, they want to go out and eat a whole bunch of food with their friends, and then they throw up. I didn't tell them to do that. I said you should stay home, don't make any plans, especially for the first couple times. You want to be eating slow. Let your body rest. Maybe your body doesn't even tell you that it's hungry. Maybe it just wants rest. Because think about all the years you've eaten all the food, you never gave your body a chance to rest and gave your digestive system a chance to rest. Many people are just eating food on top of chronic constipation. Now, I want to give you some tools that could be helpful on your journey. I don't know where you are. Some people, you may be so severely chronically constipated, you may have to explore a colon hydrotherapy first. So over here, this is called colonic or colon hydrotherapy. They're going to have you lay down here on this apparatus with your feet kicked up. And the colon hydrotherapist, they're going to put hot water in your back end, in your rectum, and help escort this waste material out of your body. You got to divide and conquer that waste, because some people, you're so backed up, you must do this first. Even before doing my self-flush protocol, you may have to go down this path and just get all the waste material out of the colon. And some people, you're so severely chronic constipated, you may have to go a couple days in a row or several times in a week just to get some sort of sense of normalcy back into your system. Coming back to the top, I want you guys to really study up on human physiology. Go buy yourself some books, all right? We're categorically the same when it comes to the digestive system. Now, some people, they just have longer digestive system. They're very tall, 6'5", 7 feet tall, they're out there. So they're going to have a much longer digestive system. Some people, they're just short for whatever reason, and they have a shorter digestive system. But this is the pipe work. You want to recover health. You want to lose weight, okay? You want to help with your sinus problems, right? You want to, restore your libido, okay? What else do you want? You want to eliminate foul body odor, okay? This is where you begin. You want to clean out this pipe work. Now, what are some of the liability concerns if you don't fix chronic constipation? You may be dealing with the toxic megacolon. I'm not going to go into this too deeply. Over here, they remove the colon completely because the doctor said that this thing is completely diseased. They can't do anything with it. Or you may be experiencing a whole bunch of medical procedures that they offer for you over here. This is a left hemicolectomy, and this is a colostomy. Over here, they remove a section of your colon. After they remove it, they install a stoma, which is a hole right in the abdominal wall, and you're going to have to manage this bag for the rest of your life. Over here, this is a right hemicolectomy. They remove this part of the colon, and they reattach the small intestines to this part. Ileoanal anastomosis, they use the remaining section of your small intestines and create a pouch around the anus. And many people, you guys don't look into this early enough until you're at the doctor's office and they scare you into doing these procedures because you neglect your early signs of chronic constipation. When you're only 1 to 2 days chronically constipated, you need to figure out how to fix it right away. Or you're dealing with ulcerative colitis, people that are throwing down a whole bunch of antibiotics or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. You're going to get different symptom flare-ups. This could include diarrhea, bloody stools, abdominal cramping. Now, when doctors are presented with this problem, oftentimes they say, hey, what you got to do, you're going to have to put down more corticosteroids or immunosuppressants. That's what they usually do. And what that does is suppress the symptom flare-ups, but you haven't really resolved the root of the problem. Crohn's disease, this is inflammation in the small and large intestines. You may be experiencing diarrhea, stomach aches or cramps, blood in the stool, tiredness and fatigue. In a situation like this, very likely the doctor will throw down more corticosteroids or immunosuppressants. Rectal prolapse, individuals out there severely straining on the toilet day after day, well, that rectum is going to flip inside out. Now, when you go to your primary care, they're going to tell you to go see a proctologist. The proctologist is going to snap on the latex gloves and he's going to examine you down there. You understand? You're going to say, oh, you can see some rectal prolapse. We got some anal fissures. Fissures are cracks, splits, or breakages. Could be very painful. Or you're dealing with anal abscesses and fistulas. Now we're dealing with infected cavities around the anus and rectum. And very common are internal or external hemorrhoids, swollen veins. And this contributes to that constant itching. This contributes to rectal bleeding. Listen, there was a time I was going to the CVS. I was picking up Preparation H. It was that bad. Because that's the only thing that I knew. I did not know how to resolve chronic constipation. So you're always patching all these small little problems. Now, they are not going to fix your chronic constipation. They want you to go back to see the proctologist. The proctologist will offer you a whole bunch of medical procedures, and they're not going to take all day. They're going to take an hour and a half, 2 at the max, and they're going to patch up. They're going to help you fix up these internal, external hemorrhoids, anal abscesses and fistulas, prolapses. But if you're still struggling with chronic constipation on top, you'll never get to the root of the problem. You're going to go back and see your friendly proctologist. You guys understand? Now, many people all around the world, they are struggling with such severe case of chronic constipation. I want you guys to study up on conditions such as fecal and vomiting. Somebody asked on different Facebook forums, they said, has anyone vomited fecal matter because it could go down? What does he need to do about it? Well, over here, you are dealing with people that are struggling with chronic constipation. So the colon is completely backed up. It's completely backed up. It can no longer dilate any bigger. It can no longer pack in any more waste material. So the waste material begins to work its way backwards through the small intestines, through that 4.5 meters. And that waste material, it's going to end up back in your stomach, and your stomach is going to throw it all up. You're going to experience violent reverse peristalsis, and that's fecal and vomiting. At the LA County Harbor General Hospital, there were 23 cases of fecal and vomiting in a 2-year period. So that is about 1 per month. And many people that are just posting on Facebook, posting on Reddit, subreddits, they're so desperate for answers, for solutions, they're not getting them. They've already gone down to see their primary care. They've gone to see the GI doctors. They are getting no relief, and their chronic constipation is only getting worse. I'm impacted. All home remedies, enemas, dietary changes, additions, nutritional oils quit working last month. All of a sudden, the ER could reach her, and the enemas didn't work. The highest doses of lenses does nothing. Miralax colonoscopy prep giving me overflow diarrhea. Small bits are coming off the impassion. Probably from the hospital. Enemas I got Saturday. What else can I do? I feel like the impassion is way too big to get out. It seems like nothing is softening it enough. Over here with another individual. I've been struggling with severe chronic constipation for a couple of years now, but it's only gotten worse over the last 6 months or so. I've been prescribed TrueLens and lenses, highest doses for both, and neither of those medications are working very well for me at this point. I can pass a little bit of stool, but not much, so I'm constantly extremely backed up. I have to spend about half my waking hours lying down because I'm so bloated and nauseous and often in pain. As far as OTC laxatives, nothing really works there either. Dulcolass enema suppositories, magnesium citrate, nothing works. I was supposed to have a colonoscopy today, but couldn't keep the bowel prep down. The procedure had been rescheduled for a month from now, and one of the nurses in my GI office prescribed a pill-based cleanse. The pill is called Sutab, and I was warned ahead of time that patients often have trouble completely emptying their bowels with this pill. So given my struggles, I'm doubtful that this will actually work for me. Here's my question. Has anyone here gone to the point where nothing works? Meds were OTC laxatives and had to have sort of in-office med procedure done? I'm so sick and so miserable. What about fresh colonics? I'm not even sure how those work. If anyone has any advice or experience with this, I'd be very grateful if you share with me what you ended up doing and what the outcome was like. Thank you. This is very common. I want you guys to reverse engineer this person's path. Okay, so they already tried OTC laxatives. The reason why they had access to TrueLens and lenses is because they went to see the GI doctor. They tried to do a colonoscopy today, but they messed up that bowel prep, right? But now you can see I've highlighted nothing works, nothing works. Nothing really works there either. Imagine if you're spend about half your waking hours lying down because you're so bloated and nauseous and often in pain. And that's what many people all over the world are struggling with. And I had to go down on this path and wondering, okay, what is going on? What is causing this obstruction? They've gone down to see the GI doctor, okay? They try all these different things, but they're not getting any better. What could be causing that intestinal obstruction? Well, many people, they overlook this topic on internal parasites. I'm going to go over a few today. You guys want to continue to do your own research on this. So these are liver flukes, pinworms, tapeworms, and also roundworms. Now, these internal parasites, they're all over the world. They're very common. You'll be able to find them in Whole Foods Market, in their salmon, or the Costco salmon, or over in Canada, the Real Canadian Superstore. Alberta Mans gets first known Canadian case of worms from grocery store raw salmon. Listen, he was not the first, and he's not going to be the last. In Japan, they have a special parasite museum. It has about 60,000 specimens in their collection. The U.S. also has a national parasite collection. They got about 100,000 specimens cataloged. Now, they also have an annual growth rate of 1,000 to 1,500 specimens per year. Our understanding of we're only scratching our knowledge on internal parasites. There's so much more. Now, we've known about parasites for hundreds of years. Okay, go buy this book, A Century of Parasitology, or you can look up Veterinary Parasitology. There are great books at the Library of Congress or archive.org. And we've known about these guys, and you want to study both because many parasites, they can go from your pets to you. So your pets are vectors. So this is a life cycle of the liver fluke. They hatch in water and they work their way up through the food chain. They may attack a snail, such as intermediate hosts. Use that snail, grow to a certain size, land out on some vegetation, and the cow or the sheep comes over, eat that vegetation, and that's how that liver fluke continues to survive. Now you guys go watch this video after my presentation. Just type in Animal Planet liver fluke on YouTube. This lady was struggling with liver flukes for years. She was ended up at the ER, okay, and after running a whole bunch of different tests, the ER doctors told her, listen, we can't find anything wrong with you, just go home. Isn't that frustrating? You know you're in a lot of pain and discomfort. But they ran a lot of tests and they can't find anything because most doctors, they don't look for internal parasites. It's not really part of their curriculum. Now, there are people that study this in detail, but I think this is information they want to occult. Occult simply means they want to hide from you because they want you to continue to take a whole bunch of detours. They want you to hit a bunch of dead ends. So you may be prescribed a whole bunch of things, but they're not going to eliminate internal parasites. If you're in the ranching business, they have to deal with liver flukes year over year with their cattle and sheep. This is the liver king. He's recommending his followers to eat raw liver for nutritional, he's recommending his followers to eat raw liver. Well, when you're eating raw liver, you may be eating liver flukes or the eggs of liver flukes. Okay, where people are experimenting with raw foods, steak tartare, or cooking a lot of Korean barbecue, listen, you have a lot of risk. This is the tapeworm. This is the rostrum. That's their teeth. They hook on to your small and large intestines, and they have these different suckers that anchor themselves to the intestinal wall. And this is their life cycle. They also work their way up through the food chain. They may first get inside of a crustacean. The crustacean gets eaten by a smaller fish. And over time, the smaller fish gets eaten by a bigger fish. It doesn't matter, this tapeworm continues to survive. There are different tapeworms for beef, different tapeworms for pork meat. You guys go look these guys up, and they can get inside your body. They're very problematic. These guys are hermaphrodites, so they reproduce all by themselves. This is their head portion, rostrum, the different suckers, and this is their reproductive system. These are called probiotics. So imagine if one bee tapeworm, they got 1,000 probiotics. Each probiotic produces 100,000 eggs. We're looking at 100 million eggs. Death by 1,000 cuts. So many of you are experiencing a whole bunch of health problems. You may be experiencing death by 1,000 cuts by internal parasites. But most of you, you watch this video, you don't believe me, you don't believe in any of this stuff, well, that's perfectly fine. I'm just showing information that could be helpful on your journey. Over here, this is somebody in Thailand. They extracted a tapeworm that was 59 feet, roughly 18 meters in length. That's the type of intestinal obstruction I'm talking about. Because they're not going anywhere. They're just hooked into your body and they continue to survive and replicate. If you're eating a lot of intestinal dishes, seafood hot pot, eating sushi, sashimi, there's a lot of risk. Roundworms are very common in your dogs and cats, also rabbits and ducks, and you guys can study up how they survive and replicate. Now, according to the CDC, 800 million to 1.2 billion people worldwide are infected with Ascaris, okay, this type of roundworm. Over here, they got somebody going to the hospital and they're extracting a whole bunch of roundworms from their colon. So if you're experiencing unexplained stomach cramps and pain, nausea, swollen lymph nodes, you got diarrhea, persistent gas, you got rashes, eczema, hives, and itching, it could be parasites. But when you go to the doctor, when you go to the dermatologist, what do they usually do? They put you some type of a cream, and many of them, they have topical corticosteroids. So in the short term, you're not seeing the symptom flare-ups. Over here, you got a whole bunch of, you may have a couple of thousands of parasites in your digestive tract right now. Not only are they extracting resources from you, but they're also using the bathroom directly into your body. So that's what's causing a lot of inflammation, and your body is trying to purge all that inflammation out. Or you may be dealing with cysticercosis. You guys can look that up. These are different types of cysts that could take place in your different organs. Could be in your liver, could be in your pancreas, could be in your kidneys. They're very common in your pets. And due to the high reproductive rate, adaptability, strength in numbers, stamina, and survival, this tapeworm getting extracted out of a cat This is roundworms getting expelled out of the American bully over here. This is a botfly that is extracted out of the nasal cavity of a cat. Well, they're very common in Africa, and you guys can go study up on the life cycle of a botfly because, wow, they're very powerful. Go look them up yourself. Don't believe anything that I say. And botflies can also attack human beings. See, whether you're eating undercooked meats, raw meats, or intestinal products, you're drinking contaminated water traveling abroad, or you're letting your pets lick all over you for your cute little Instagram photos, TikTok videos, there's a lot of risk. Some dogs are so stupid, okay? They eat the feces of other dogs. That's what they do. They eat the feces of other dogs. So I want you guys to study up on the different risks that different parasites have access to you. So white blood cells are very helpful, and they can eliminate internal parasites, but right now people are taking corticosteroid therapies, so they're not really going to work, okay? And we just have so many fires to put out. You don't have unlimited amount of white blood cells, and as a result, they can't get through all of them. So that's why these small little parasites, now they're full-blown organisms. Okay, and these white blood cells won't be able to get rid of them. Okay, so you over here, you have a liver. They're getting some roundworms getting pulled out of their liver. So parasites, they siege, they breach. They could go through the intestinal walls. It could be a leaky gut, or you are dealing with ulcerous surfaces. So parasites, they take that opportunity and they go to a different part of your body. They occupy that different organ, and they're going to capitulate your organs one by one. Pinworms very common, affecting almost 1 billion people worldwide from all socioeconomic classes. That's according to PubMed. You guys go look that up. So many people that are scratching their behind, very likely pinworms. We didn't even discuss the single-cell protozoan parasites, which are very, very common as well. You guys go study these guys up for yourself. Different products that could be very helpful for you. You want to get rid of internal parasites: clove bud, wormwood, garlic extract, oregano extract. Many different products on the market. Go look these up. Go set it up for yourself. Go work with your doctors. Find the winning combination for you. Because if you don't want to go down this path of cysticercosis or neurocysticercosis, you want to fix your problem right away. Not just for yourself, but also for your pets. Your pets could also use detoxing on a regular basis. And there are pet supplements that use all natural herbs. So over here, you want to detox in this water. You want to clean your small and large intestines at least 4 times once a week. You must be proficient. Then you want to work on eliminating internal parasites. And I have a whole different protocol with it. If you're interested, just work with me. Hit me up on my DMs. This is just a picture of the liver. I'm not going to talk about it too much. You want to study up on the liver if you want to revive your liver. You want to learn about your gallbladder, intrahepatic ducts, your common bile duct. Look at how many responsibilities it has. Okay? And everything is secreted into the duodenum. And many people, they're dealing with different stages of liver damage. They don't even know why. They're not even drinking alcohol. Well, you want to fix your liver way in advance. Okay? You don't want to continue to go down this path, because the liver is just a filter. It filters your blood 24/7, 365. And over time, we're just bombarded with environmental toxins. There's a lot of trash and garbage, chemicals in our food. Some of you may be smokers, some of you may be drinking, right? So now you're eating, adding more stress to your liver. Eventually, this is what's going to happen. Fatty liver, it's going to be liver fibrosis, it's going to be liver cirrhosis. Either you get a transplant or, listen, it's lights out. You guys understand? So before that happens, you need to reverse If you're here already, you need to find a way to return it back to this. And you want to begin by learning about human physiology, breaking down the different components of the liver. This is the gallbladder. Many people, they have a congested gallbladder full of gallstones. And the doctors, what do? They just remove it. They use a surgery right here, and they remove the gallbladder completely. It's a very profitable surgery for the medical industrial complex. Same thing with your kidneys. You want to learn about your kidneys and see how you can improve your kidneys way in advance. If you have problems upstream, you're going to have problems downstream. And over here, many people, they're going down these different stages of kidney damage. You don't have to go down that path if you learn how to improve the conditions of your kidneys early, way before. You might be in your 20s right now, I don't care. Learn how you can improve the condition of your kidneys, because you don't want to be on that transplant list, or you don't want to be on dialysis, right? And once again, upstream, downstream. If you're having trouble with your kidneys and it's not filtering blood correctly, for men, you're going to have problems with your bladder and prostate. For the ladies, you're going to have problems with your bladder, or you may be experiencing UTIs. Everything is a permeable membrane, so you want to clear up any type of congestion up here, so you're going to have an easier time filtering the blood. And also, that blood viscosity is going to go down. Okay, if you have well-functioning liver, well-functioning kidneys, okay, well-functioning pancreas, you're going to do very well. So this is many people go down this path. They continue to open up a whole bunch of clinics all over the world for dialysis, because most people, they just don't think about this until it's too late. And now, going to the dialysis center is part of their weekly routine. So learn about detox 2025 and beyond. Detox the small and large intestines. You want to do parasite detox. You want to do liver and gallbladder flush, kidney cleanse, heavy metal detox. Restore these daily KPIs. That's urination. You want to have proper hydration with electrolytes. You want to restore daily bowel movements. Okay, and you need to find a way to sweat, which is restoring, getting that waste material out of the lymphatic system. Now, you may use a portable sauna. You may go to the sauna. Find a way, maybe use some exercises on a regular basis, but you need to sweat. Many people, they don't sweat in the fourth quarter. So it's just a little bit of fourth quarter rant. You have Thanksgiving, a couple weeks later you have Christmas, then you have New Year's. And here in Asia, or if you're Asian descent, then you're celebrating Chinese New Year. But you're always eating on top of chronic constipation, and you're not exercising, and you're wondering why you're getting sick in the fourth quarter. Just think about how stupid that sounds. And a couple of weeks later, you're eating a whole bunch of chocolates for Valentine's. So my name is John. I have a link tree you guys can look up. I want you guys to look at my programs that I offer. All right, I'm going to just include this link. Some of you, I don't know where you are on your journey. You want to find different ways to improve your health way in advance. Okay, and the way that you do that, you want to learn about your digestive health. And you guys can also hit me up on my DMs. I have an X account or Twitter, whatever you like to call it. My DMs are open if you want to hit me up, ask me your questions. And what's usually going to happen is I'm going to send you to a form, okay? A form that you guys can fill out. So I have a deeper understanding of what you're currently going through. Could be the current conditions, medical problems you're dealing with. I want to know, how is your digestion right now? Are you going to the bathroom every single day? Most people aren't, right? And in my link tree, if you want to get my programs right away, get this one right here. This is the one that cleans your small and large intestines combined, and I give you the tools to help you eliminate internal parasites. This is a 60-minute coaching call. Some of y'all may use that coaching call so I can get on call with you, figure out where you are, and provide some guidance. Tips are very welcome. Many individuals just watch my videos for free online and get a lot of benefits out of it because they actually go do it, right? There's a whole bunch of free information online, but many people, they just sit on their hands, they don't do anything with it. And they wonder why their health isn't progressing. It's always regressing, it's always getting worse. It's a downward trajectory because you're not putting any work into it. Now, if you want to work with me one-on-one for 30 days, you can certainly do that. Now, these are very, very inexpensive PDFs, the no BS guide to the digestive system, my weight loss secret. There are no videos in this, but you can get a lot of great info just by downloading that PDF. This is get rid of internal parasites for better skin. If you want to lose weight, getting rid of internal parasites is a prerequisite because parasites, they love to eat. They're always telling you to eat. You think that you have certain urges, you have certain cravings. They're not always you. They could be parasites because they're going to gang up on you. Imagine you have tens and thousands of parasites, right? They're hooked onto your small and large intestines. They're communicating with you. They're telling you to eat. And they say, I want you to go eat that right now. You don't have enough willpower to counter that. And if you want to learn improving your liver health, you want to get this PDF. Now, I do have a whole separate protocol that I already outlined. This is the video format. I show people how to get this done, how you can improve your condition of your liver and gallbladder. But you must first have proficiency with my first protocol. You don't want to jump around. In my last slide, you guys can screenshot this. Detox in this order. You want to learn about detox in the small and large intestines, parasite detox, liver and gallbladder flush, kidney cleanse, heavy metal detox. Okay, that's the order that I've been doing over the 5+ years. I've been detoxing myself since 2019, and it's been the most, I would say, challenging but the most rewarding experience because very gratefully I've recovered my own personal health, and I'm still on the hunt for great information out there. I want to continue to improve my own personal health. So the only way to do it, you want to be very, very aggressive. You can't just say, I'm going to wait until I have a problem, then I go try to solve it. I'm going to find protocols that are out there, and I want to find them early, and I want to incorporate them like a schedule. I'm doing something every single week. And this weekend, I'm doing my liver cleanse protocol. Do I really want to do a liver cleanse protocol? Not really. But is it going to get done? It's going to get done. Because that's how you're going to have a steady upward trajectory with your health. So I want to thank you all for tuning into this presentation. I don't know where you're coming from. And just reach out to me in my DMs. Okay? And let's go from there. Get you guys right in 2025 and beyond. So I'm just going to check if I have any messages here. Probably not. Have an amazing rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon.